Hello and welcome. My name is Ash, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ash Knows Travel, where we go over everything travel. And tonight we have a very exciting training called How to Master a Social Media Platform. So I'm going to go ahead and do a really quick but efficient deep dive on the steps that you need to properly take in order to master each one, no matter what kind of platform you're working on. I'm going to cover all of them that I can tonight, like the most popular ones. And we're going to have a whole plan set up by the end of this training. So let me go ahead and remove all this fancy stuff off your screen. While I'm removing it, if you haven't already, make sure you like this video and also that you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you never miss when I'm going live. So I already have it pulled up for us. Like I said, it's called How to Master a Social Media Platform. The key to social media success, guys, isn't being everywhere. And we get that a lot when we first start, right? We're always told, oh, sign up here, sign up here, sign up there. It's not really honestly about being everywhere. It's actually about being exceptional somewhere. This presentation will guide you through the exact steps to dominate a single platform by just expanding your reach through effectively posting and everything else that we can actually get into when it comes to marketing. So, diving in. Why should we just focus on one platform at a time? Too many entrepreneurs spread themselves thin trying to maintain a presence on every platform simultaneously, resulting in mediocre performance across the board. By concentrating your efforts on mastering one platform, you're going to build confidence because you're going to get used to using that platform. You're going to start attracting clients because they're going to see you repeatedly. You're going to generate momentum that makes expanding to additional platforms significantly easier because you're already mastering one and then you move on to the next one, right? So we're going to talk about how to select the perfect platform for your specific business. When I say that, I mean like whatever your niche is really what you really need to select your platform for that. You could be easily missing clients because you are using the wrong platform to talk about your niche. It's that simple. We're also going to have a step-by-step system for consistent growth. And I'm going to give you guys a practical 90-day action plan to achieve a platform mastery. All right. So step one, I want you guys to go ahead and just pick one of these platforms. These are the top 4 platforms across the board. I don't care what other platforms you want to use and cross post to, but one of your platforms needs to be here. So we have Facebook. A lot of travel advisors first start off on Facebook, and it's a good place to get your bearing. But it's ideal for creating and nurturing communities through groups, longer form content, and live video interaction. That's what most people do on Facebook. Instagram is perfect for businesses with strong visual elements. Like if you're in travel, we have a lot of visual elements we can put into play, right? Short form video content via Reels. They love videos and just any kind of, I always like to say they're like an aesthetic. So any kind of motivational, any kind of storytelling, either if it's through carousel posts, which are multiple photos or videos, anything that can kind of grab their attention and something they can focus on, that's what gets on Instagram. TikTok. TikTok is best for trendy, authentic, short form videos, content with viral potential and reaching younger audiences. TikTok is one of the best platforms that you can use if you want to educate people. If you are comfortable with making videos, even if you don't show your face, I've led a whole entire faceless travel business account for 2 years before I ever showed my face, and it did perfectly fine. I still got clients through it. So whatever you are comfortable with, and if you are cool with teaching people, TikTok is a great platform to start on. YouTube. YouTube is ideal for in-depth tutorials, evergreen content. Evergreen content is considered SEO, like something that people are searching and it's fresh. So if you do evergreen content, I do evergreen content on YouTube. For example, I just did, what was it? 7 cruise tips every cruiser needs to know. Beginner cruiser advice. Like these things are being constantly searched. So evergreen content would be good, ideal for YouTube. It can also go on TikTok because TikTok is something that people use and heavily search. So if you're ever wondering what can I put on TikTok or YouTube, go in there and search it and see what people are looking for. That's exactly what they want on their platforms. Also, YouTube is good for building authority through longer educational videos, like the one that you are currently watching live. Hello, here we go, right? I know what I'm doing here. So at the end of every slide that I have going forward, it's going to have an action to the end of it. And the reason I put an action to it, because I want you guys to actually see what I want you to do. Remember how when we make social media posts and we have a call to action at the end of it? I put a call to action on every one of these slides so that you understand exactly why I'm telling you this information. Okay. So what are we doing here? I want you to write down your platform choice based on your strengths, on how comfortable you are, your audience preferences. If you already have a following somewhere, start there. And then your content style. How do you plan on posting on a platform? If that is how you plan on posting, where you want to do live video interactions, then you might want to do Facebook or TikTok. If you're cool with aesthetics and motivational posts and cool visual elements, then you want to stick to Instagram. Sit down and honestly think about what you are cool with, because that is going to help really play into how much you post. If you are not comfortable with posting, if you have to force yourself to post, you're not going to do it. You're not, because we need to work in an environment where we feel comfortable, right? In order for us to grow, you have to be comfortable where you're at. So please don't pick one that you are not comfortable with, okay? You can grow into it for sure, but first time, pick the first one. So when I started doing this, I did this about a year in because I didn't understand it. I signed up for everything when I first started. And I didn't understand why I needed to master one. I just figured I'd post everywhere, right? And you can still cross post, okay? I'm never not going to tell you to cross post because you already made it, so you might as well use it, right? But when you're focusing on these platforms, you're going to take all the extra steps to pay it attention. And I'm going to tell you what happens. I'm going to show you my YouTube dashboard and I'm going to show you my Facebook dashboard because that's what I've been paying attention to. So I'm going to show you what happens when you do it, okay? And I also want to say that when it comes to picking the platform, make sure that you have time to spend on that platform. All right. Make sure it's one that you're already on and that you're comfortable using so it doesn't feel unnatural for you, because that's what's going to make you not want to post either. Next, learn the platform rules. Each social platform has its own unique language and a success formula. Understanding the nuances is crucial for gaining traction. So, Facebook, they like those long posts. How many of us get lost reading Facebook posts? All of us do. So, group engagement strategies. So, if you are in a group, create a group or join a group or find a group, I don't care. Engagement in those groups help get clients. I can be social proof for that because that's how I got my first client. It was in a group called Girls Who Love Travel. Yeah, Girls Love Travel, something like that. And I helped somebody book a flight out of there. Regular live sessions. If you like to go live, Facebook loves lives. So that is a great place. That's a great place to gain a lot of clients by going live. And then personal stories that build community is great for Facebook. TikTok, you have to have a strong 3-second hook. You have to pull in their attention immediately because they're scrolling. And if you don't grab it in 3 seconds, they're going to pass your video. Trending sounds really work on TikTok. Any kind of trends in TikTok generally will do well. If you can find a way to integrate that to your niche, perfect. 15 to 30 seconds, how long the videos need to be. Most people drop off after that, and it needs to be authentic, less commercial, less business. They don't work well on here. Now, you can do a CapCut video, which I'll talk about the tools in a little bit, but you can do a CapCut video of going to Italy. That'll work great, but it only works great 1 or 2 times. You can't do that over and over and over. They don't like that. They want to see your face. They want to hear your voice. If you don't want to show your face, they want it to be authentic, and they will shadow ban you, which means they will not show your account to anybody if you violate that rule. I'm telling you, I've been here for 3 years. I've been working on TikTok, and I've had great times and I've had bad times because you break that one rule. All right. So be very careful when you're posting on TikTok. Be yourself there. Instagram. Reels with trending audio, carousel post with 7 to 10 slides. I do these a lot with resorts. You can just take pictures of it and just slide it, into it. And then 3 to 5 strategic hashtags is all you really need. You can only have 5 hashtags now on TikTok, guys. So make sure your hashtags are what people are searching. Hashtags need to be SEO, which means search engine optimized. They need to be what people are looking up every time you use them. And then, of course, Instagram, you have to have a very Cohesive visual aesthetic. It has to be very, like, when you see it, it grabs your attention immediately. Those pictures cannot be blurry. They cannot be like words over it. You can't read it. They don't need to see that. They need to have very clear visuals on Instagram. YouTube, the biggest thing is the titles. The titles pull people in on YouTube, so they need to be SEO optimized. They need to be click-worthy thumbnails, and if they're not, YouTube will kind of lessen your views. If they feel that your videos are clickbait, they will lessen the views. I've actually taken a lot of classes on YouTube because I'm trying to master it, as you guys probably can tell. And they tell you that you have to be very careful about what you're posting on YouTube because it has to be real stuff. If you're one of those people that, you're like, oh yeah, if you subscribe here and you do this, and then you keep talking, and then you just, we're going to get to this if you just subscribe here, like they lessen those views. So make sure it's click worthy, make sure it's legit. Have organized content playlists. I have several different playlists that I attach to because what happens is people like to binge watch TikTok, YouTube videos a lot. So if you put it in a playlist, it'll suggest the next video in the playlist. So that helps. And then any videos between 8 to 12 minutes are technically the sweet spot length because after that, people stop watching. So study for your action. Here's the best way to figure out the platform rules. Here it is. I'm telling you the sauce. Write it down. Study your top 5 niche creators on your chosen platform. Document 3 specific techniques that they consistently implement. And you can see, if I were to go to there was a girl I was watching about Canva, and I copied a video just like hers. I didn't do the exact same thing. I actually taught about something different, but I made it about Canva. And that's one of my most playing videos right now is because it's a popular topic. I watched what she did. I watched how she did it, and then I got views, right? So I don't want you to copy exactly what they're doing, but in Charles Lee's famous words, copy the right cat. Follow who's doing it correctly, right? Step 3, build your content plan. What does Taylor Swift say? If you don't plan, you plan to fail. Strategy sets the tail, right? I'm quoting Taylor Swift in the training, but it's legit. It's serious. If you don't plan, you plan to fail. That's it. Especially in business, you have to plan every aspect of your business. You should not ever wake up and be like, what am I going to post today? No, you should already have posts going and then maybe create a few extra posts if you want, right? A structured weekly or monthly, depending on how you feel it, formula ensures that you're creating a balance of mixed content that both serves your audience and supports your business goals. So here's an example. You don't have to use this exact one, but it kind of fits all different niches, so that's why I left it general. So 3 value posts: educational content, travel tips, how to do this, how to access the airport, security quickly. What else is there? We have actionable advice, top 3 travel hacks when traveling with your family. Like, I'm giving them value content. This gives people a reason to follow you because they're learning something. People love to learn online. I always say this. How many times have you watched the news lately? How many times have you been on your phone lately? Where do you get your news from? Social media. Okay, so be their news for travel. 2 personal story posts, behind the scenes content that humanizes your brand. Okay, we can't be sell. We have to make some things about us and builds connection with your audience. I do this a lot with Why Book With Me. And then I also will go in there and just kind of share different client wins throughout the week. If I have something that's silly, like, oh, I was able to put all of these flights that were coming from different places in one spot. If this is something you're interested in for a group, let me know. Like, that's personal because I help my client, but also I'm also selling myself too because I'm connecting with my audience who might need to do group trips. Okay. 2 engagement posts, polls, questions, interactive content that encourages communications, comments, or being shared. These really good ones could be memes. If you're not ready to engage with people with asking questions, you don't have to engage right away. That's kind of advanced, right? But a good one also is going to be the fact that, if you're just sharing something that can be shareable, will get you that engagement that you want to. Daily stories or a short form video daily to maintain consistent visibility. I like to do the daily stories, especially Facebook, Instagram, even TikTok. I like to post the stories, and if I can put a link in the story, or I will post one of my videos to the story just to remind them, like, hey, still here, because people watch stories all the time. Okay. So I honestly recommend, as an action for here, to write your exact posting schedule for the next week. Even if you want to build it out further, I build mine out for a month. Like, if you guys, have you seen my flyer for my trainings? Okay, that's my posting schedule on YouTube, right? And I go in and I post things for the clients and everything too, because this is a travel everything video, right? But that's my posting schedule. That's the same exact thing that you guys do on the other platforms. Make a schedule just like that. This is what's happening here. This is what's happening here, right? And that's what builds that visibility and the consistency, so you're not stressed out when you're doing this. Because if you make this stressful and you don't make this fun, you're not going to want to do it. So set yourself up 2 weeks in advance if you can, or a week, and then get ready for the next week in the process, so you already have like a flow of content going, right? And that, make sure you include specific topics for each content type. So make sure you have 2 personal stories, make sure that there are 3 value. They don't have to be the exact same ones, but if you notice one's doing really well, make sure you reshare it and make sure you reuse the content that works well for you. Building the consistency of 3 valued posts and then 2 personal and 2 engagements for 1 week is going to have, what is that, 3, 5, 6, 7. So, seven posts in a week. That's 1 post a day. That's not bad. That's easy, but it keeps you consistent along with Branch Up and Ralio. Create content quickly. So here's the tools. If you need tools to help you create content quickly, Canva, it's got pre-made templates for graphics, carousel posts. You can take any of their posts, their video thumbnails that match your brand aesthetic. It's all inside Canva. CapCut, that's how we make nice videos. You can edit them. You can take their templates. You can use it for Reels, TikToks, YouTube Shorts. If you need help with that, I have a whole training on CapCut. Just search it on my YouTube page. ChatGPT, it's going to do all the hard work, all the heavy lifting. It can make mock bookings. It can make posts for you. I tell all the time, make me a fire post. That's what I tell it. And it knows exactly what to do. Hashtags, emojis. It knows exactly how to talk. If you talk to it long enough, it will make mock bookings that are pretty legit for you. Okay. Captions, call to actions based on your content topics. They all need to do the writing. Don't do any writing yourself. Let ChatGPT do it. Then for scheduling, the free version is the Meta Business Suite. It's great because it will post on Facebook and Instagram. If you're looking for a advanced version, Deliverate is great. I use it. It's $15 a month, but I can do 10 platforms at one time. Okay. And when it comes to that, it's going to help you post. Now, why am I telling you about Deliverate? You're going to probably cross post regardless, right? We acknowledge that. If I'm making a video, I'm going to definitely use it. But if you use things like Meta Business Suite and you're using things like Deliverate, for example, anything that can schedule in advance, this is what helps keep that mastering the platform. That's what's going to help you. You can't sit here and plan it every day. It's going to stress you out. So use these tools here that are already going to have all of the stuff built into it for you so that you can just schedule it quickly. Okay. Now, oh, it cut off my batch creation strategy. That's depressing. Oh, there it is. All right. So this is what I suggest for you guys. Set aside 2 to 3 hours weekly to create multiple pieces of content at once rather than just scrambling daily. That's what I said. So this is what I do. Every Sunday, I do this. If I can do it for a whole month, that's great. So what I like to do, I'm going to tell you exactly. I'm mastering YouTube right now, and I'm really, honestly, I'm playing around with Facebook because I can just cross post. It's there, so I might as well use it. And I'm on both of them a lot, so they're comfortable for me. So what I like to do is 1 time a month, I like to sit down and batch my entire content for Facebook. If I'm focusing on that one, Instagram, whatever you choose, I do the entire thing. I do all of those posts I just showed you. That's going to be posting 1, 2, 3, 4 times a day, whatever you feel comfortable with. And then I go in between that. So while it's posting automatically, I'm not worried about it. That's great. Go for it. I'm going in there and I'm commenting. I'm sharing to the story. I'm just posting random stuff I'm finding, but it's already flowing. It's automated for me. So I'm just doing additional work. That's the mastering part. the additional work. This is the foundation. You have to have this in place before you can master any social media platform. Do not ever go out and just start sending content without any purpose. All right, we're going to talk about that now. Post with intention. Start with the hook on every time you're posting. Every single post you're making, no matter what platform you are on, this is what you have to do. Start with the hook that captures their attention in the first 3 seconds or the first line. Use curiosity, surprising facts. What is this? I might ruffle some feathers when I tell you guys this. A lot of people are not going to agree with me when I say this. They love that one. They eat that one up immediately. Huh? What? What do you mean? The number one reason most small businesses fail on Instagram isn't what you think. That's a good one, right? Well, that has nothing to do with travel, but you get what I'm saying. It's something to grab it. So, deliver value. You can grab a hook, put it in there, but if there's nothing valuable in the short description, it's going to just be a waste. So when you're delivering the middle part and you're building it out, make sure that it has bullet points or numbered list or short paragraphs for easy reading. Do not put paragraph after paragraph. They don't want to read that. Facebook, they like long posts, but they still need to be broken up with emojis and bullet points and make it short and to the point. Use stories, examples, case studies, whatever you need to do to kind of build it and make it like, memorable. Yeah, make them understand what their point is, why you're telling them this, show social proof, whatever you need. Then at the end with a call to action on every single post, whether it's a video, whether it's a carousel, have a call to action in the picture. For all I care, it doesn't matter. Tell the viewers exactly what to do next. They make it clear and simple. For example, double tap that. That would be Instagram or TikTok, right? Double tap if that was helpful and save it for later. So using the hashtags are also important. At the end of this, you don't need to have more than 5. TikTok made it a restriction. 3 to 5 is great. You need to have very focused, niche specific tags rather than the generic ones like FYP, viral, trending. That's what most people use. You can have 1 or 2 of those in there, but 90% of what your hashtags need to be is something that they're going to search in order to make this video populate or this post populate. Now, my suggestion for the action when you see all this, before you publish your next post, review it and then improve your hook and call to action. I'm not asking you to do the actual work. You can ask ChatGPT to do it for you. But what I want you to do is to just stop and think, is this something I would read? Because that's what a lot of it is. We're just posting to post, and that's what's not getting you clients because you're not actually doing the work. We can make ChatGPT do the work for us, but we still have to have intention when we're posting. Next, on the mastering of the platform. Here's that part. You set up your foundation, your posts are automated, you're using your tools, you're posting with intention, you know why you're making each post. We got the foundation set. Great. Now, while all of that's running in the background, the algorithm rewards accounts that are active participants, but not just content broadcasters. So we got the broadcasting down. Now we need to do the other part. Engagement is often the missing piece for those who are struggling to grow. Reply to every comment. Respond thoughtfully to all the comments on your content within 24 hours. Ask for follow-up questions and encourage a conversation. Don't just put thank you, but like thanks. How's it going so far? Where's your next vacation? Ask questions, right? Comment on these daily posts. Now, hear me. You follow the people that you want to bring to you. So I'm going to give you an example. Follow other creators that are like you. Follow travel pages. Follow travel, like Royal Caribbean. Follow all of these things, bloggers, all of the people that are successfully already doing this. Follow them. What happens is once you start engaging in their posts, especially on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, especially all of these, the ones I'm giving you, when you start engaging on their posts, what happens is it's going to show your stuff in their followers. It broadcasts it because you're engaging with them. Now you're commenting. People are going to like your comment. And then a few days later, they're going to see you in their For You page. That's how it works. So leave meaningful 2-3 sentence comments if you want. I don't even put that many, honestly. They say it has to be at least 9 words. That's what I've been told. So just leave. Don't just comment random stuff. Like comment with intent. and do the peers, the potential clients, anything, just comment so you will show up back in their For You page. And of course, lastly, respond to DMs quickly. Set up saved replies. You can do this on Facebook and Instagram. I've seen them for comment questions to speed up response time. Aim to answer all messages within 24 hours. How many of us get spam messages on Facebook? Me, I get one all the time. I just got one this morning. It's telling me that I'm being banned on Facebook. Okay, buddy, listen, delete those. Get them out of there because they hurt your response time. And I think they know that. I think that's why they do it, because I can't think of any other reason to, like, do you really think I'm going to fall for the 1,000th one you've sent me where you're shutting my account down? Okay. Facebook will never message you that. So don't respond to them, but make sure you get rid of them because they hurt your response time. I just got a notification before I went live and it was telling me, make sure you respond to them. Like, no, we got to delete that, right? All right, now the action for this, block off at least 15 minutes in your calendar every day to specifically for engagement activities. When I was working on mastering my TikTok, which I feel like I did, that's good enough for me. It's got views, it's rolling, it's great. We mastered it, move on. And when I was doing that, I would go through and I would use specifically just my business account on there. And I would engage and I would share things and I would do the story and put links every day. I just took a few minutes to do that and it helped grow so much faster because I was actually using the platform. I can't just post on it. I have to actually use the platform too in order to master it. Now that we're running, we've got the post going, we're engaging. Now you need to track the results weekly. Your weekly analytics check, your top performers, what video posts. We can go look at the ones I have on my Facebook. The growth drivers, the underperformers, which ones flopped so we don't make that same mistake. And if you really want to get into it and get in depth on how to master the platform, create a simple spreadsheet to record your top 3 performers each week. Because each week you're going to be posting something different. It's similar, has the same idea, but the content will be a little bit worded differently so it's not the same post over and over, right? So we need to take the top 3 of those performers each week and then find a way to go in and recreate them just a little different and then repost them later on to use. This way, I'm going to tell you, I do this for team building actually. I had a struggle with finding videos that actually attracted people on social media. Now I've made videos over and over and now I have the top 5 videos. That's how I have top 5 reels for my team building. I use these every month, these top 5 reels. Every month they will be posted over and over. Now, they don't see them every day because I post 4 times a day and one of those videos are in the top 5. And it goes over and over and over, right? That is what I'm talking about. If you find the posts that genuinely work, reuse them, right? They change a little bit here and there. But when I got the top 5 going, I was like, oh, I'm done making videos. We don't have to keep doing this. These work. Keep going. And it does the same. It still drives people every time it's posted. So without the measurement, without checking what's working, if you're just posting blindly and you're like, all right, I posted it, I should get clients. No, that's not how it works. Without measurement, you're just guessing. Establish a weekly review to identify patterns and refine your strategy. This seems like a lot, right? But honestly, I do this from my home in my pajamas. This is easy. Okay, I took a few minutes. Let's go. We can do it right now. Hold on. Let me pull up my Facebook page real quick. I post a lot on here and I talk a lot on here in general. And it went up even more than when I looked at it yesterday. Here we are. So this is for the last 28 days. This works for me. It's fine. But 28,000 views. That's because I post a lot. This is just my regular Facebook, by the way. I have a professional account, so I post all of my YouTubes on here. I post everything on here. So videos, links, photos. It tells me what's working. It tells me what's being seen, top content, so then I can reuse it. It does all of the stuff for it right here. Whoops, go away. So we have everything that we need in here, right? Now, it's not even pulling the entire month, which is crazy. I guess maybe the last 28 days, because that's not even the right date. But yeah, it works for me. That's fine. You guys get the idea, right? You need to be able to just sit down and really look at the analytics. Let me go to YouTube. Hold on. Let me switch my screen. I can't show you my whole YouTube channel. 1 second. Yeah, I know. It's saying, hey, you're live. You're right. I absolutely am live. That's okay. Let me go analytics. All right. I don't know why it's even doing it here too. That's weird. Okay, so this is what I'm working with on YouTube. Ironically, I used to not have any views. There's that random video I was talking about that's trending right here. This is just something I randomly posted, right? Now, of course, they're doing a lot better. There's the other one. It's 1,000 views. It's just simple things. I'm finding what the platform, what's working. It's telling me too what works here, right? So that's cool. 161 views. Like, I'm growing, right? It's working. This is what happens when you build consistency. And I actually pull a lot of clientele from this, surprisingly. So it does wonderful. If you think about it, I'm working on one platform just by being myself on Facebook. I've got 25,000 people seeing me on one platform. I have 8,000 people that have seen me in the last 30 days ish. I said 28, which is weird, but that works. 28 days, I've had 8,000 people see me. Do you see the reach on that? That's just me weekly checking it. That's just me doing exactly what I do every week, just from my home. I don't even leave my house to do this. And I have 6 kids, so y'all ain't got no excuses. No, I'm just kidding. But that's the simple facts of just doing that. And I don't even have to show my face. I'm just interacting, I'm posting, I'm talking. And there, from that, is what can keep me going. That's when it's going to help you master this platform. When you start seeing the results just from doing everything that you do every day, it doesn't happen overnight, but you build into it. So let's talk about building into it, right? Mastery through repetition. The 90-day commitment. Real growth comes from consistency, not sporadic viral hits. If you have one video that does great on TikTok, I have a few of them. That does not mean that I have mastered that platform. That just means a couple of videos did great. Cool. So you need to commit to your chosen platform for a full 90 days before considering expansion. Day 1 through 30, I want you to take the time to learn the platform mechanics and establish your posting rhythm. You will get comfortable in posting the same steps over and over. It becomes a pattern after a while, and you just are like, oh yeah, I need to post this. Like, oh, well, let me, before I go to bed, let me make sure I share this. Or if I see something and I'm like, oh yeah, this would be great on my Facebook post, right? Day 31 through 60, that's the time when you're going to start refining what you're already posting and getting the habit of reusing the same types of posts over and over that does well with your audience. You're going to base that on analytics and the feedback that you get from them. Day 61 through 90, you're going to scale what works and develop signature content style. This is going to be an easy thing after this. All those people that are doing great on TikTok, all those people that do great on Instagram, etc., they post the same things over and over, but it's different each time. It's the same content, same idea, same story. When you watch my YouTube channel, every time I go live, what do I say? Well, hey, my name's Ash. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Ash Knows Travel, where we go over everything travel. That's it. That's my signature content style. That's what you need to do on every platform. Whatever you talk about, whatever you cover, don't steal mine because it's actually not going to work, ironically. Don't take somebody's exact content. I can tell you because what happens is my algorithm is used to this. When you go in and try to take somebody else's, guess what it does? It pulls back to them. So develop your own signature content style and it will stick. When I used to do lives on TikTok, I don't do them as much now because it's harder for me with the kids and all. But when I used to go live, I would say, hey guys, it's Ash, your favorite travel advisor. Then that's a content style. They get into the habit of hearing that over and over, right? The power of repetition is what comes with success. Success comes from consistently showing up when others quit. That's 90% of the problem. You guys quit after the first week because it doesn't go the way you want it to. That doesn't happen overnight. Doubling down on content types that perform well, building a platform specific skills through practice, and developing deeper connections with your audience. Only after 90 days should you consider expanding to a platform. Don't do any faster than that. Just sit down and power through it. It's not going to all be roses and rainbows. You're going to have some setbacks, but you can, if you successfully do exactly what I say, posting, you're engaging, you actually stick to it in 90 days, you're going to be able to get into a habit after analyzing the platform. You're going to be able to sit there and go, okay, I got this, right? Make a commitment to focus on your platform chosen for the next 90 days. That is the action that I request of you. So this is the end, okay? I don't have much more, but here's the summary of it. We're going to choose one platform. We're going to follow that 8-step system, which is going to have consistency. focusing on the quality of our content where we're posting with intentions. And then we're going to get that engagement going. We're going to engage with people. Even if they're not engaging with us, we're going to start engaging. And that's what's going to bring the engagement towards us, because they see us posting, they repost back. And then you have to maintain it. Do not burn yourself out. Okay. Use the tools and then help yourself get more comfortable. For the first week, only post 7 posts if you want. Next week, post 14. Build yourself into it. I'm not asking you to run a marathon. Let's just run the short distance first and then build onto it. But stick with that same idea, same concept for 90 days. So, all of that being said, I have a question for you. Comment below. Which platform are you going to commit to master? I am working on YouTube and I am doing amazing. I absolutely am loving the result. It is exciting. And I get very, I just feel very confident and comfortable in this setting, which is weird because it takes a lot for me to feel comfortable on social media. I don't mind it now, right? So drop your choice in the chat. And yeah, if you have any questions for me, feel free to comment in there as well. I'm going to head over to my studio now so I can converse with you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow, where we're going to do 30 days of content in 60 minutes. Yeah, that's a whole mouthful. 30 days of content in 60 minutes. And guys, I already have all of my training set up for September. I have an interview, maybe. Yeah, we have an interview coming up with the Founders Council member. Let's go. I'm excited. So make sure that you guys like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you guys can learn more about the trainings for next month. I will be posting them soon in Evolution and in my group. So if you guys have any questions, I will see you now in the chat, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Let me put on some background music.